Hey guys, Gene Graves here, doing a video in the car. So anyway, this is Community Challenge Day 18. So the person that I decided to give a shout out for this one is actually fairly new, at least in my book that I know of. I didn't really know that much about him, or I don't think I really even heard about him until Toaster Cat gave him a shout out on one of his videos. Thanks again, Toaster Cat. Expanding the industry one person at a time, one view at a time. There you go. So if you haven't seen that, go check out Toaster Cat's video. He gave me, Bizarre Individual, a Maskio J, and this new person, like I said, a shout out to go see them. So I've watched some of their videos and everything. So anyway, let's get into it. So the person is Lohali. I think it's kind of Hawaiian-ish, how you say it, maybe. I don't know. That's how it kind of seems like, right? But yeah, Lohali is pretty cool. One of the first videos that I saw was the one where he was talking about Shonen Jump, which is cool. Well, Shonen Jump magazine, I guess I should be more specific. But that is super cool. I don't know if a lot of you other people ever got into that or whatever. But like I told you many times before, Shonen Jump was kind of one of the things. As a kid, I was a little weird. If I saw if I saw a magazine at the store that I wanted, like a comic book, if I saw a magazine, something like that, and there was something that I liked in it, I would go buy it. And so that's kind of what I did. I would go to the grocery store with my parents, and I would go look at magazines and stuff and be like, oh, I want this, Mom, Dad, will you buy it for me? And so most of the time it was like, yeah, or no, you don't need that, you just got one the other day, or something like that. Well, I got, I can't remember the issue specifically. It was one of the yellow ones from 2014. It was one of my, well, not 2014, my bad, 2004. So that was one of my first ones. It was one of the two yellow ones. There was a Naruto one that came out that year and one with Yu-Gi-Oh on it. My first one was the Yu-Gi-Oh one, which I think was March or April. But that was my first experience too. Lohali let us know that's kind of how he got into manga. That was the first one I bought. I didn't really know what anything was as far as manga goes or anything like that. I kind of liked comics a little bit. But then my friends got me into comics and stuff. When I got up to 6th grade in middle school, stuff like that. And so I went back into my closet where some of these things still were, and I ended up reading some of the books that they had, and I couldn't go to sleep one night, and I was looking through my closet and whatnot, and I was like, hey, there's one right there. I'm going to read it and see if I like it, because then I knew it was manga. And went through it and read it and everything, and it just had all these great stories in it. I love Shonen Jump, especially the magazine, and upset that they did go digital. But I collected Shonen Jump forever. For Christmas and stuff, I think I actually put a post on Lohali's his video where he talked about Shonen Jump, the magazine, and put that on there. So for Christmas, that was kind of like one of my stocking stuffer things. Was my mother would send in the $12 or however much it was. I think they finally bumped it up to $20. Would send that in, and I would get a Shonen Jump magazine every month until they kind of downsized it, which was later on. I think the last 2 years they did it, which was, I think, 2014, 2015, probably included 2016. They just really like downsized it a lot, and so they didn't have all 12 coming out anymore until they just finally went digital, which was upsetting. But my mom too would also go in online and would find bundles on eBay and buy the rest of them for me so that I could read them. And I mean, they're just great. I loved them, and you know, different stuff like that. Well, I also got to read like the first ones that came out. I got to read everything that I was still getting and all that. I really got to connect to the story. You know, that's kind of how I started liking Naruto and One Piece and Bleach and everything, was in the pages of Shonen Jump magazine. So, and then one of the other things I always have to show people if they come over and they go, oh wow, Shonen Jump, I used to collect that, is you know, show them my collection because I have them all. And I also show them the Volume 0. It was their pre-test to see, like, hey, if we were going to show that or not. I think there's 6 chapters in it. 1 chapter from, like, each of the big mangas at the time. Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Yu-Gi-Oh!, you know, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, different stuff like that. So it all kind of had, like, all that stuff. And, I mean, the thing wasn't even like that big. It was maybe like the spine was as big as like 2 quarters stacked on top of each other. Wasn't hardly that big at all, and was the size of like a regular, like maybe like ACT text or test booklet, something like that. Wasn't really that big at all, or SAT, I guess, you know, for people that haven't taken the ACT, if you know that. But I mean, it was spectacular, you know. So, Lohali, like I said, this is a shout out for you, man. Really cool channel. And I love that you are just infatuated with Shonen Jump magazine like I was. You know, I'm sure we probably started around the same time because, you know, that volume that you said you liked with Yu Yu Hakusho on it, it wasn't really that far from where I started at, you know. And I mean, just really good series. So you know, and another thing, I feel like a bunch of the series, like either like anime that I started out young with or knew about, and some of the manga you have and stuff, is a lot of the stuff that I like started out with, you know, besides some of the new updates, you know, you got in there. But there's some that you have that I still need to catch up on, you know, Ranma 1/2, different stuff like that, old classic ones. But anyway, guys, pop over to his channel, Lohali. Let me spell it out for you. I had to write it down because I know how to say it, I just couldn't remember how to spell it. It's Lohali, Lohali, and you gotta say it that fast too, yo. So anyway, really spectacular stuff that you got, and or that he has, depending on who's watching this. And pop over there and check out his channel. Really cool stuff. If you've already seen Toaster Cats, and you probably already did, if you haven't, take this shout out for the community challenge for me and go check him out. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Jin Graves out. Bye.